beauties. It's time to the B to the shove. Well, you already know I'm going to bring you the dopest, the rawest, and the realest content. So before we get into this video, make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you are part of the Socially Awkward Weirdos. Make sure you are on that podcast, because I have a podcast called Socially Awkward, and it is on Apple Podcasts, it is on Google Podcasts, it is on Spotify, and it is sponsored by Anchor. That being said, make sure y'all join the community, because we talk about mental health, we talk about anxiety, depression, everything on there. I try to come on there every Monday. This is a Monday, so I'm dropping a video which is going to be about vision boards. And why I want to make a video about vision boards is because what are vision boards? Like, people make videos doing vision boards, having vision board parties, and that's cool and everything, but nobody really went into depth on what is a vision board, how do you make a vision board, and why do I need to make a vision board? And yes, some people probably did, but they probably did one, not the other. Don't even worry about that. We're gonna do it my way. Let's just get into this video. I'm gonna make one together on my next episode on Monday. So let's get into it. With that being said, I decided to make this video about vision boards and how we can speak positivity over our life and over our futures every single day. If you want to make a vision board, make sure you are tuned in next episode on next Monday, because we are making vision boards. But I want to explain why vision boards are so important to me. I got some notes, so if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. Habakkuk 2 says, "And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon the tables, that he that may read it run with it." So basically, what he's saying is, make your plan. How they say, make a business plan. There is nothing new under the sun. I've been trying to tell y'all this since my first episode. That's a lie. But I've been trying to tell y'all this is the first episode. There is nothing new under the sun. All the stuff that's going on, all the stuff that's being done, there's nothing new. There's nothing new. There's nothing that surprises God. So all these business owners and entrepreneurs, y'all are doing amazing. Y'all are doing exactly what God put you on earth to do. If you feel like you are behind, if you feel like you're not good enough, if you feel like God has left you or forsaken you, I'm telling you, God has everything in the Bible telling you what to do and how to do it. If you feel like he's forsaken you, I promise you, he will never leave you nor forsaken you. And it's funny because we all get into this place of, we start going through trials and tribulations, and we start feeling like God has left us. Or we start feeling like, oh, there's no way God has put me on earth to do something if he has put all these people against me. Because we go around and we look at everybody that's against us instead of looking at everybody that's for us. And I had a bad problem. I had a real bad problem with that. I looked at everybody that didn't like me, or everybody that thought I was a weirdo, or everybody that didn't want to be cool with me, didn't want to be friends with me anymore. I thought it was a problem, or it was something that I was doing wrong. And at the end of the day, it probably was, but at the end of the day, God put people in your life who he wants to be in your life. If you have to chase behind people, or tell them your dream, or tell them what you see, or tell them what God put in your heart, they're not meant for you. God didn't put them on earth to be in your life. God put them on earth to be in your life for a season and a lifetime. You got to understand who's in your life for a season and who's in your life for a lifetime. A lifetime person is going to put into that tree. A lifetime person is going to water them roots. A lifetime person is going to help you come up with that vision, and help you come up with that vision board, and tell you that God is for you. Can't nobody be against you. But when you got somebody on your side that's against you, or somebody on your side that's always trying to challenge you or challenge your authority, that's somebody that's only there for a season. They're there to teach you something. They are there to push you. They are there to make you stronger. They are there to put you more into what God has placed you on earth to do. So I'm telling you right now, if there's somebody challenging you, or if there's somebody you feel like is putting you down, you look at that person and say, oh yeah, you're a lesson. Don't say it to their face, but you tell them that you are a lesson. You are put in my life to teach me something. So I need to learn why you are here. You aren't here to hurt me. You are here to teach me something. So we got to start looking at everything and everybody as a lesson. We got to start putting on our vision boards what we see ourselves in the future. Who do we see ourselves being? If we are the real chosen one, what do God want us to be like? What do God want us to do on a daily basis? Do he want us to breathe life into people? Do he want us to help people? Do he want us to serve people? There's so many ways on earth that God has put us here to really do something. And that's why he placed a vision or a dream in each and every one of our hearts. Everybody on this earth that's on earth right now, you have a purpose. There's a reason you are here. You're not here just to be here to say, oh, well, another day on earth. You are here to do something. You are here to put something in somebody, because we have so much of our Joshua generation, and I'm sorry to go too churchy, but we have too much of our young generation going down the wrong path in life. And that's robbing people, that's killing, that's doing all things that God did not put us on earth to do. He put us on earth to serve one another, to uplift one another, to love on one another. If I don't feel like I love myself, I should have my brother or my sister reach out to me and say, baby, you're loved, or sister, you're loved, or Tanisha, you're loved, or Boo Boo the Cuckoo, you're loved, or Aunt Pookie, you're loved, or whoever it is, you're loved. And it's so crazy because we walk around, and there's so many people on this earth, and we walk around feeling unloved, feeling unworthy. And we got to start praying against that. We got to start speaking into existence that we are who God created us to be. Even if we got to put on a piece of paper that I am all that God created me to be, and read it every day and say, I am what God created me to be. And if I don't believe it, and if you don't believe it, you put it on that vision board, and I promise you, as long as you speak it into life, you're going to start feeling it in your body. Even if you don't feel it today, if you just start speaking, I am all that God created me to be, you're going to start feeling it on the inside, and everything on the inside is going to start showing on the outside. Because at first, I used to feel like, oh my God, I was meant to be big bone. I was meant to be thick, fat, and all of that. But I'm telling you, baby, this is the happiest I've ever felt in my own body. This is the happiest. My skin is glowing. I've never had this clear of skin. Shout out to Natalia's Magic Skincare, baby. I've never had this clear of skin in my life, but it's because on my vision board, in my mind, in my life, on my everyday basis, I try my best to say, God, I am all that you created me to be. Even when I feel unworthy, even when I feel not beautiful, even when I feel like I don't amount to anything. I got friends that are doctors, that are models, that are all types of things, entrepreneurs, and I'm over here trying to inspire and to be a YouTube inspirational speaker or a podcast inspirational speaker. Help me, Holy Ghost. I felt like I was alone. I felt like I had nobody. I felt like an outsider. I felt like a weirdo. But God by himself, and God gave me the strength. If I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, I'm telling you, I talked them affirmations. I spoke that self-love, and I do my self-care. And baby, you can't tell me anything. You would have thought I was still thick and all of that like I was in high school, baby. And I'm telling you, I feel so much better. I feel different. I just feel more uplifted. And yes, I might have had the thickness, the body, yada, yada, but I didn't feel like I was pretty. I just felt like, okay, I just got a cute body. But now I feel like, girl, you are beautiful. You're glowing. What are you doing? You mad because you're not 200 pounds no more? Thank God Almighty. But anyway, back to my notes and my vision board. God has put everything in our life for a reason. So if you have a purpose, or if you feel like your purpose is to do something, you need to write a vision and make it plain. Okay? And next episode, I need you to come back with me, and we're going to make a vision board, but you got to understand why you have to make a vision board. And I'm going to tell you what a vision board is, why, and I'm going to tell you how in a minute. Just give me a second. Just keep watching. So what is a vision board? A vision board, or a dream board, is a collage of pictures and affirmations of one's dreams and desires designed to serve as a source of motivation and inspiration. Now, let's just break that down. Now, a lot of people use pictures from magazines, print pictures. Find some pictures that represent, what do you see yourself being like in the future? Do you see yourself being calm, collective? Do you see yourself being lit, partying? Do you see yourself traveling? I need you to find pictures that represent what you see yourself doing in the future. And the future can even be tomorrow. We got to remember that vision boards and life boards can be separated into short-term and long-term goals. Okay, so if you want to make 2 vision boards or 1 big vision board on a long term, and you can mark it up into year benchmarks, we can do this all day, y'all. We can do this for every single day for 30 days. We can do this for a year. We can do this for up to 5 years. I think we should start speaking life into our own life. Even if we don't have people around us that are speaking that into us, we got to speak it into ourselves, because somebody else do what you got to do it yourself. Okay, so Oprah and Steve Harvey are the 2 main people that I've seen in my life and that inspired me to want to do a vision board. And we did vision boards in middle school, and I really didn't see the significance in it because our teachers didn't really talk about, this is important. This is what you see yourself doing. So, I put myself on there as being a fashion designer and all of that. And I still see that, don't get me wrong. But it's also like, what did God put you on earth to do? What trials and tribulations did you go through that made you who you are? Things make you stronger. And things are meant to push you closer to your goals. So if you don't look at every situation as a lesson or as something that pushes you, it's going to destroy you and distract you and knock you down every single time. So you have to look at every situation and every obstacle as, oh, that's a stepping stone to get me higher, to get me closer, to get me in reach, to get me in touch. I'm getting closer. That's how you got to look at it. Why do you need to make a vision board? A vision board is to help us gain self-awareness and to self-reflect on what is important to us. Because every day we start to get distracted by Instagram, by Facebook, by Snapchat, any social media that you can see other people and boast and brag about themselves. There's nothing wrong with encouraging yourself and clapping for yourself and patting yourself on the back. But one thing about it, if you are on the other side of the spectrum, you can't look at it as somebody's boasting about their life or bragging about their life. No, they're just showing you what God has blessed them with. Now, some people are boasting and bragging. Now, that's just on them. We're talking about the genuine and the real people on this channel and on this page. We don't talk about the fake and the phonies and the I just got money just to blow, but then that's really their rent money. We don't talk about that over here. We talk about the real, the raw, and the uncut. So if you really got a real vision in life, you need to write it down so we can start self-reflecting on who we are and what's important to us. Is it important to us to have the biggest butt? Is it important to us to have the baddest body or the baddest beep or to be the baddest beep? Is that important to us? Is that important to us to have the baddest car, the newest car? Is that important to us? We have to start aligning what is important to us, because the more we start going far away from what's really important to us is when we start to really start losing ourselves. That's when I start losing myself the worst. It's when I start feeling like, oh no, I gotta stay thick. If I'm not thick, I'm not pretty. And that was this stigma of I was already feeling not pretty because I wasn't light skinned and not feeling pretty because my face wasn't the clearest. But at the end of the day, the more you look at other people, the more you see what other people are doing better than you, the more you're going to put and kick yourself down. And the world already does that. So we don't need ourselves to kick us down when we already have a world around us that's kicking us down every single day, showing us what we don't have, showing us what we can't do, showing us what we won't do. So at the end of the day, why are you knocking yourself down? Why are you kicking yourself in the face, in the throat, in the stomach when the world is already doing that to us? So we need to align and self-reflect and self-aware ourselves with who we are. Remind yourself, who are you? Why are you here? What is your passion? What is your purpose? What do you feel God put you on earth to do? In your head, what does a positive future look like? A family, being rich, being famous, being known. What is important to you? Look in the mirror and pray every night. God, what is my purpose? I am available to use. And as long as you, God, want to use me, I am available. Positive emotions. Got to have our self-awareness. We got to start self-loving. We got to love on ourselves because the world don't love you like you love yourself. I promise you, the only person that's going to love you more than you is God and probably your mama. We also have to remember that God's ways are not our ways and his thoughts are not our thoughts. So if we see ourselves, God, okay, now I want to be a fashion designer, but you see me being a motivational speaker, that don't align with me, God. That's not your business. God's ways and our ways are not the same. God's thoughts and our thoughts are not the same. You may see yourself doing one thing, but God said he put you on earth to do this. Now, what you do after you do this is up to you. But until you do this, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to see yourself as worthy. You're not going to have self-love. You're not going to self-care until you look in the mirror and say, God, for you I live and for God I will die. But until then, you will be confused on who you are. You will be confused on what God put you on earth to do. You will be confused. You will not see your worth. You will not see what other people see. You will not see it. And I'm telling you this from self-experience. People all the time, you say, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, you're so talented, girl, what you talking about? I don't see that, I don't know. But it's also because I didn't look in the mirror and say, God, what am I here to do? God, what did you put me on earth to do? God, what do you see me doing? God, what did you put on my heart? I was too busy listening to everybody else, trying to be with everybody else and trying to fit in with everybody else. And sometimes you don't fit in because that's not what God put you. You don't fit in because you wasn't made to fit in. God didn't make you to fit in. God made you to stand out. Everybody that's fitting in right now is living a mediocre, normal life. Anybody that's an outsider or struggling in life, God put a passion and a vision in your life, and you just got to keep pushing and keep praying and keep writing that plan and making it plain, and you better run after it. Now let's talk this. Let's speak it into existence. He wants us to be abundant, whole, and to live our best life. He do not want us depressed, worried, have anxiety, be anxious. He don't want us to be anxious for anything. Because everything is made and put in our life by God. So we got to remember, regardless of how anxious you are, regardless of what you think or what you want to happen, it does not matter. It don't matter. God said what he said, and he's going to do what he's going to do. So at the end of the day, regardless of what you feel like or what people around you may be telling you, at the end of the day, God's will is going to happen. So with that being said, when you speak to God and you ask God for a clear vision on, God, what am I here for? God, what did you put me on earth to do? God, I am available to use. I am not going to ask you no longer, why am I here? I'm just going to move accordingly. Whatever you put into my heart, dear God, I'm going to start doing that, dear God. And anything that I see abundantly, I'm going to put that on my vision board. Anything I see that you put into my life that can make me whole, I'm going to put that on my vision board. Anything that I see that can make me a better person or that can push me towards who you want me to be and what you want me to be and what I was designed to do, I know that I have to put this on my vision board. I know that I have to put this on my dream board. I know that I have to speak this into existence. I know that I have to work. I know that I have to keep it moving. I know the work is dead. I know that we have to keep it moving. I know that regardless of any situation or anything that the devil put in front of me, we have to keep it moving. We have to stop allowing the devil and the distractions and the enemy and all this stuff that the world has created to distract us. We have to stop it. We have to stop allowing things to distract us. We have to start putting things plain in writing on our vision board. Okay, so if you see yourself in 20 years owning BMW or owning an auto shop like BMW, you need to put you a BMW building right here and put your name and your logo on it. My binder, my thing's upside down, it's okay. Anything you see yourself doing or anything you see yourself being, you have to put it on a vision board. That's speaking life into your situation. That's speaking life into you. And it's so crazy because they said that the visualization actually can increase motivation, confidence, and even motor performance. You didn't know that, did you? They said most athletes, when they look at their practices, or even when they see the coach do something or demonstrate something, 10 times out of 10, that's what it said, 10 times out of 10, they perform and do better than they did before they watched it. Imagine basketball players, even football players, after a game and y'all lose real bad, the coach, all right, team, let's go. We got to go into the room. We got to watch tapes. So they can show you everything and all the things you did, wrong, and how you can make it better. So the funny thing about a vision board is a perfect plan. There's nothing gonna go wrong. You don't see anything going wrong ever. That's wrong. So I also want you guys to not think that a vision board is meant to be perfect. Now the pictures on there that you add, the pictures, the affirmations, and all the words, the short words, the vivid, attractive pictures that you use, all of that stuff, if you do that and you see it every day in your head, you're going to start believing that your life is going to be perfect, just like this vision board. Now, that's one thing that people don't tell you when they talk about vision boards. No, it's not going to be easy. It's probably going to even get harder. When you start to have a vision and plan, that's when the devil and people start to nag you and poke at you and leave you out the most. But that's when you got to start grinding and pushing and going harder. I'm telling you from experience. I used to allow things to knock me, break me, make me want to stop doing it. But now, baby, it's making me want to go harder. It's encouraging me to want to push harder. It's encouraging me to want to do better. It's pushing me to want to go higher into my career and into my podcasting and YouTubing. And I just want to do this for y'all. Like, I just want y'all to feel like me. I used to feel like the most ugliest, hated person on the earth. But when I got in touch with God, back in touch with God and started, forgiving people and forgiving myself, I started to get happier and started to realize, girl, you need to make a plan. You need to make a plan with your life, and you need to go by and stay consistent and do you. Forget everybody else, because people are going to talk to the day you die. You got to keep it moving, keep it pushing. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but this topic was just so good to me and so sensitive to me, because a vision board, like, I've never really thought that my high school teacher would have made vision boards so important in my life, because I really didn't think that vision boards had this much of an impact. Like, it makes you feel like a whole new person. It makes you glow different. It makes you feel different. I just can't wait for y'all to start making this vision board with me and start this self-awareness, self-love, self-healing journey. We are about to kill it. We are about to show these people that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. You can talk all the trash you want. You can put me down. You can lie on my name. You can stomp on my name. You can beat my name to the ground. But baby, best believe a diamond needs pressure to become a diamond. Like, what? A diamond? Man, I love diamonds, but that's not the point. The point of the matter is, y'all, I just want us all to be happy. I just want us all to live life how God wants us to live, which is abundantly whole, beautiful, and happy. Not sad, depressed, miserable, having anxiety, mad all the time, waking up mad, waking up angry. No, that is not how God wants us to live. God wants us to be the most happiest, joyful, lit, crackhead looking people ever. Like, I'm sorry, but if you look like a crackhead when you talk about Jesus, you ain't a ride or die. I be cheesing, happy, lit, we got to start getting happy and lit about our own self. We got to start loving ourselves. We got to start putting in big words all over our house, speaking into an existence. Self-love. I'm just getting goofy. But self-love is the best love. And if you don't have it, we got to get it. So make sure you subscribe and make sure you leave me a comment. Make sure you know that I am here for you. So if you want to talk about anything, comment, email me. Let's talk about it. I'm here for you. I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to encourage you because I wish I had a me when I was going through all that depressing. But I talked for almost 30 minutes, so I know y'all not gonna keep watching. So, bye. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure y'all tune into the next video because we are making vision boards on episode 3.
Baby, can you